Alright, so I'm going to talk about the new trailer for Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Uh, yeah, so we got a new trailer drop from Comic-Con, and Comic-Con is coming out swinging. It looks like it's almost Comic-Con is going to be like EA, because there are a shit ton of video game announcements this year at Comic-Con. You might as well just call it EA, right? You might as well just call it EA at this point. But anyway, let's talk about the trailer, the story trailer for Spider-Man 2. Now, this basically talks about this introduces Harry Osborn. This introduces more of the story with Kraven, and more importantly, we get to see Venom. Now, I'm just gonna say, Venom is revealed to be Harry Osborn. To the shock should be no one. Like, I know people were upset that it wasn't gonna be Eddie Brock. But I was like, yeah, it's Harry. They basically teased it at the end of the first game. I was like, people are shocked it's not Harry? Really? I mean, it's not Eddie, like, in this universe? And keep in mind, like, it's a different universe altogether. But also, it's not to say Eddie's not gonna get the symbiote at some point in this game. I guarantee you, like, with all the other Marvel, Gameverse announcements they've done, I guarantee you they're probably going to have Eddie not only get the symbiote, maybe, I wouldn't say this game, but maybe sometime later. I would sure that we're gonna get a Venom spin-off game. I guarantee you we're gonna get a Venom spin-off game. And it also looks like we might have Venom as a playable character. I don't know if that's true, but it does give that feeling. Also, Tony Todd rocks it as Venom. He is so good as the symbiote. So, I'm just imagining Tony Todd's voice whenever I'm reading a Venom comic now, or a comic involving Venom. But he's really good. I'm always a fan of Tony Todd's work, so to have him as Venom is really cool. We get to see more of what the story is. Apparently, we're kind of going with the symbiote, kind of like the Ultimate Universe, where the symbiote was made as like a thing to heal the world. Yes, I know they did change it a lot in the Ultimate Universe. They did change it. Oh, it's an alien or something. But it looks like they're going back to the original of what Bendis wanted to have Venom be, is like not a space suit, but not like a space creature, but like a suit to help like cure cancer or other diseases. So that's really cool. And we get more with Kraven. We get more. It's really cool. I know, yes, it's to promote the movie, but I'm pretty sure that was the call from Sony was, hey, make sure Kraven is the big villain, okay? We have a movie with Kraven coming out. You gotta have Kraven as the main villain. That's fine. Kraven is the big villain. That's totally cool. It's like, I like the idea. It does look like they're taking a bit from Nick Spencer's Hunted storyline, where Kraven basically turned New York City into a giant hunting ground to hunt all these animal-themed characters. And speaking of animal-themed characters, a villain showed up that I would never in a million years think we'd see in a Spider-Man game, let alone a Spider-Man game in this day and age. The Grizzly. Do y'all remember the Grizzly? It's okay if you don't. He's literally, like, F-tier villain. He was one of, like, having the Grizzly... And I'm like, why? He looks very specific for a villain. Like, he's wearing, like, bear skin, and then he was like, I didn't know there were bears in these woods, and I was like, bear? Is that the motherfucking Grizzly? So, it does look like... I really do like that detail that we are getting, like, D-tier level Spider-Man villains. So that opens the door to maybe other bosses we might encounter in here, maybe, like, other lower-tier animal-themed villains, like the Walrus, or the Gibbon, the Kangaroo. Yes, I know these villains, I'm sorry. Like, everyone's like, how the fuck do you know all these villains? I read like, when I was younger, I used to read the Marvel Essentials in my library, the black and white collected editions. Not like the Epic collections, which had color. These were in black and white, and they had a lot of the, like, early Spider-Man villains, and you guys should be lucky that, Spider-Man has one of the greatest rogues gallery in comics, because holy shit did he have some bad ones starting off. Like I said, the Grizzly, the Walrus. I'm actually gonna say this: if we are getting, like, lesser bosses and we get the Walrus, we get White Rabbit too. I have a feeling, because they really pushed White Rabbit recently, so I think it is possible that we get White Rabbit as in this game in some capacity. If Kraven's out here hunting animal-themed villains, but we're also getting some majors too. Lizard. I'm so after seeing that that special preview, I was like, I am so hyped for Lizard in this game. He looks monstrous. He looks like just something to that's gonna rip your face off and just eat your corpse and then shit down your throat, or what's left of it. He looks like a fucking monster, and I'm really hoping we get other, some really good Spider-Man villains too. I'm wondering though, because it's been very obvious that they haven't introduced Green Goblin in this universe. So I'm wondering, is this how... I feel like in this game, we're gonna get, like, teasing of the Green Goblin. Or they'll do the Hobgoblin. Maybe they'll do, like, in the Spider-Man 90s cartoon, where the Hobgoblin came first, and then Norman became Green Goblin. I could believe that. I think it is possible... I mean, anything's possible. That's what I like about this universe, is that it feels lived in and we have villains, but then we have other major villains that haven't really appeared yet. Like I said, we're finally getting Venom in this universe, and we still haven't gotten Green Goblin. So I have this feeling that they may be, like, teasing Green Goblin for something bigger. Like, I feel like if we get to the third game, Green Goblin will be the big villain. And maybe we could get... That's where we get all the... Actually, I'll say this. I'm going to say in this universe, Norman or maybe Harry becomes the Green Goblin, and all the villains you fight are all the Goblin-themed villains. Like, this is how you get Hobgoblin, Demogoblin, Grey Goblin, Red Goblin. There's a lot of goblins, guys. So you could do a whole video game with all the bosses being Goblin-themed. It would not be that hard. It really would not be that hard. But yeah. I'm really excited for this game. I don't have a PS5, but I will be watching a shit ton of cutscenes and Let's Plays. I guarantee you that. I will be watching a shit ton of Let's Plays and cutscenes. Or story modes or whatever. But yeah. This all looks really cool. I'm hoping this doesn't suffer... I'm really hoping this doesn't suffer from, like, the cursed... too many things-itis, where they try to throw in Kraven, they try to throw in Venom with healing the world, or, you know, the whole thing with Spider-Man and Peter and Miles learning, Peter teaching Miles to be a great Spider-Man, things like that. But for right now, I'm excited. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 trailer? Are you guys excited or are you guys not? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the multiverse.